You know what's funny about Vegas? Everybody thinks that they know what this city is all about. The lights, the casinos, the desert landscape, the really hot weather. You know what else is funny? Is that everyone who moves here ends up convincing their friends and their family that they're not actually crazy for doing it. I promise you, friends and family will still think you're nuts until they come and visit. Because when you actually move here, my friends, I promise you, Vegas just hits differently. Today I'm going to give you the real list, the stuff that people forget to tell you about or maybe avoid telling you about when it comes to moving to Las Vegas. I'm not here to scare you, and I'm certainly not here to tell you that it's all roses and sunshine. Well, it is a lot of sunshine, but I'm actually just here to get you ready. So I'm going to keep it real, and hopefully you'll get excited. And we'll get excited together about the things that nobody talks about and maybe a few that they do. Let's start with an easy one. The heat is real, and it's freaking relentless. Yes, it's hot, but it isn't that cute hot, oh, we're gonna go to the pool, it's hot outside. No, this is melt off your eyelash glue kind of heat. From June through September, we're talking 110 plus degrees every single day, and it's like you're living in a blow dryer basically. At night, don't expect it to get much better. I'm just being very real with you. You're gonna check the temperature at about 10 p.m. in the middle of the summer, and it's gonna be I'm 104, like it's proud of itself. If you are from the East Coast though, you're probably gonna love how different that heat feels out here. I promise you, yes, I'm gonna say it, it's a dry heat. It's not that wet, stuffy, sticky, nasty, fog up your glasses nastiness that you guys deal with out there. Now, sure, the high temps might be a little scary. The 100 and something plus might, make your brain break, but it's not that yucky, I promise. The advice I give everybody is to embrace that desert climate. And a lot of you are coming from places where there's a ton of traffic and there's a rush hour that you have to plan your whole day around. Just think about Vegas and weather just like that. Plan your entire day around the weather. Run your errands early in the day, walk your dogs later at night. Just, be mindful of it, just like you would with traffic if you come from one of those big cities. Do not let it scare you. I've got tons of tips and tricks to help you survive the heat, and you never know, you might fall in love with it. Now, honestly, that is just one of the things that you need to think about before you move here. If you're even thinking about Vegas, or even if it's years away and you're not sure if you're gonna do it, do me a favor, scan the QR code on the screen. I definitely wanna talk to you. I can help you plan before your plan even kicks in, and I can also help you plan for how to survive the heat, the housing market, and maybe everything in between. All right, let's move on. Did you know that not every part of Vegas is actually called Las Vegas? Here's the deal. When people say they're moving to Vegas, quote unquote Vegas, what they really mean is Clark County. The city of Las Vegas, that's actually just a really small part of all of this goodness that we live in out here. So from a city perspective, you've got Henderson, North Las Vegas, Boulder City, Pahrump. All of those are technically not Las Vegas per se, but still very much part of what we call and refer to as the Las Vegas area. From a neighborhood perspective, you've got Summerlin, Inspirada, Spring Valley, Southern Highlands, McDonald Ranch, Cadence, Sky Canyon. You get what I'm saying, right? The list goes on and on. Those neighborhoods, those aren't cities, those are neighborhoods that are just scattered across all of those cities that I just mentioned a few minutes ago. Are you confused? I know I get confused and I've lived here since I was 9, but don't let it trip you up. I've got you. The key thing to know is that your address might not actually say Las Vegas, Nevada, and it does depend entirely on where you choose to live, but it doesn't necessarily mean you're not living in Vegas, I guess, if that makes sense. And hey, that's what I'm here for. If you are thinking about moving, you gotta let me know. Make sure you make that phone call, because this is gonna make it so much easier, because I can tell you this stuff and we can become friends, and I'll make it super easy as you relocate. Okay, next thing everyone talks about or doesn't talk about is, are we running out of water? We're in the desert, babe. So of course, water is a thing. It's a thing. It's regulated. It's a precious commodity, or not, shouldn't be. It's a precious resource. And honestly, it's kind of political. But here's the good news. Las Vegas is not running out of water. In fact, it's one of the most water secure cities in the desert Southwest. Did you even know that? Even as our population has doubled since 2002, per person, water use has dropped over 55%. In 2023, Nevada had only used about 62% of its Colorado River allocation, thanks to our smart water landscaping and our pricing and indoor recycling and things like that. The city has been super focused on conservation for years and years and years. So before all of you guys figured out the fact that we actually are a cool place to live and started worrying about water because we are such a desert, I want to promise you and tell you that we've been working on it for a long time, and I encourage you to visit the Southern Nevada Water Authority's resources at snwa.com. It's a really good place to go and see what they've been doing and get your kind of worries blown away because we're not running out of water. Now let's talk about some stuff that relates to housing and water. Do you dream of having a grass lawn? If so, we're gonna need to focus on some of those resale homes. So nothing brand new, because those new communities are not even allowed to have grass in the front yard anymore. Those water conservation efforts and rules are for a good thing, but the new homes are kind of paying the price. There are plenty of areas that still have grass, believe it or not, and I promise you we'll be able to find one. Now, are you thinking of building your dream backyard with like a big pool and a splash pad and like a giant Caesar's Palace style fountain? Building a pool is possible, but you're gonna need to just kind of wait a long time for those permits to be approved, and just know that they're gonna be asking you a lot of questions about drainage. New residential swimming pools are totally okay, but they are very, very limited in size. You're only allowed to have a maximum surface area of 600 square feet. So older pools, those are grandfathered in, my love. So if you're thinking about buying a house and you want that big Taj Mahal vibe in the backyard or a big Caesar's Palace experience, you're gonna have to get something that looks like a resale home, and building your own pool, not fun. Also, the cost of pools has gone up like 300%. So if you want a pool, better to buy an older home with a pool that's already in it. Bottom line is water is definitely managed carefully here, but it doesn't mean you can't create your own little oasis. We just have to be smart about it. Okay, enough about water. Something that a lot of people don't know is about how Vegas is not really a 24/7 party all the time. Well, at least not for most locals. I'm a little different, but we're not talking about me right now. Yes, there are casinos open at 4 a.m., but unless you work at one, live in one, or near one I should say, or are dating somebody named Tony who's a DJ at Omnia on the Strip, you probably won't spend much time there. Most locals don't even go to the Strip. Locals actually avoid the Strip unless like there's a friend that's coming in town, or there's a concert or a convention or some kind of thing happening down there. Most friends have to beg us to get us to go down there to show them around. I am a little different. I'm down there a lot, and I'm not most locals. But again, we're not talking about me. We're talking about most locals. A typical locals night out usually means like happy hour at the Arts District downtown, or in Henderson, or in downtown Summerlin. There's dinner that you can have at some of the great restaurants inside the local casinos that are in the neighborhoods, like Red Rock or Green Valley Ranch, or maybe even a movie or a comedy show off the Strip. Living here is real life. That's the thing that like a lot of people just can't quite conceptualize. You still do laundry, you still gotta go to Target, you still just do it maybe 15 minutes from like the most chaotic, crazy entertainment space in the entire world, Las Vegas Strip. Another thing that's really important, that's kind of surprising to a lot of people about Vegas, is that the service industry is very deeply embedded in our daily lives. This is a tipping town, my friends. Let me say that loudly again. This is a tipping town. Servers, bartenders, valets, stylists, spa staff, you tip them. Yes, you tip the valet even if it's free. Yes, you tip your hair person, your dog groomer. Yes, I tip my dog groomer. Your tattoo artist. Sometimes even your barista. This is a tipping town, do not forget it. Another thing that people kind of don't realize happens here in Las Vegas is that we don't have like a typical 9 to 5 Monday through Friday kind of experience. Most people work really weird hours. Your weekends when you move here might be someone else's work day. Your neighbor could work nights. So maybe don't ring the doorbell for sugar at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm sorry, go buy the sugar. Leave your neighbor alone, he's probably working graveyard. You never know. This city does really operate kind of on a different rhythm with a high hospitality worker population. But honestly, that's part of the charm. People here work hard and they know how to relax too and party, but not 24/7. Another thing that a lot of people just do not prepare for is the fact that in Las Vegas, your friend group might look way different than you're used to. Making friends in Vegas is a whole damn experience, and I'm just gonna let you know that a lot of people are new, a lot of people are transplants, there's no real built-in community, or at least there wasn't. It's starting to get there, but you gotta work on it. So you're gonna need to find your crew fast, but you might lose them just as fast too, right? People come, people go. Some people move here for a fresh start, and sometimes they stay forever. Sometimes they bounce in 6 months and you never hear from them again. So my advice would be this: find people who love this city, not just the idea of the city, and say yes to local meetups, weird festivals, because we have a lot of them, and your neighbor's backyard barbecue. Even if you barely know them, just that's how it works in Las Vegas. You gotta force that neighborly vibe. You gotta push for the kind of community you really want. And Vegas lets it happen, but you gotta be patient. Now let's talk about the real estate game in Las Vegas, because it moves fast. And I promise you it's unlike anywhere else in the world. Everyone and their mama wants to move here. Now, when I was 9 years old, I said that was gonna happen, and it's now happening. But when it's hot here from a real estate perspective, it's hot. not just the weather, obviously. The market. Vegas sees an interesting buying season that doesn't really mirror other cities. In spring, homes can fly off the market like they do in other cities, just like everywhere else, but lots of people buy homes in the summer too. Relocation buyers want to move before school starts, so summer is actually pretty busy for us. We also have people buying through the winter and holidays often because the weather here is so mild that house hunting is still super easy. You know, like when you're over in the East Coast, nobody's looking at houses in the winter where it's snowing and you can't get around. There's also definitely deals to be had, but don't assume that you can time the market and, everybody's gonna wanna, give me a big deal and a big discount because I'm buying in Christmas season. That doesn't happen. Work closely with me and my team so we can help you understand the market in the moment because it changes on a dime. Oh, and while we're talking about real estate, let's talk about new construction. There are a lot of new homes being built in Las Vegas and they are very tempting and beautiful, but they have some pros and some cons. I have a lot of videos on this, so just check out my channel, but do not be lured in to go look at homes without someone standing next to you. Me, on the first visit, me or someone from my team. If we are not with you when you go to those communities to look at new homes, even if you're just browsing on a Sunday, don't do it. Call me. Let's make sure that we're with you or you will not be represented. And they often offer a lot of stuff that they make it look really enticing, but it's not always true. So if we're with you, we can tell you what's real and what's not. Vegas is amazing. I moved here, I stayed here, and I'm obsessed with this place if you can't tell. I have been since I was 9 years old. Living here is definitely not the same as visiting, and that's a good thing. The city's gonna surprise you, probably frustrate you, she's gonna charm you, she might teach you a few things, but either way, you're gonna know how to use sunscreen properly, you're gonna know how not to gamble all the time, and you're definitely gonna know how to have a good time. If you're thinking about making Las Vegas home, let's do it the right way. Seriously, scan the QR code on the screen. Let's talk today. I don't care what phase you're in. I don't really care at all. I just want you to call me because I guarantee you 99% of the other real estate people online and out there are not gonna even bother with you until you're ready to buy. That is not the way I do things. I really wanna talk to you now. I don't care when you buy or if you buy. I just wanna make sure that you know what you need to know before you make that decision. All right, now go drink some water. You're probably already dehydrated just thinking about the crazy heat here in Las Vegas. I'll see you next time.